Hey there, Delilah. What's it?
Don't do that, mate. Singing, just don't do that.
Are you doom scrolling off the rip again?
I'm not doom scrolling.
Bro, stop!
Welcome back to the Fellas Podcast. I found a meme this morning. I didn't find it. Somebody sent it me. And it relates to you. And that tiny little mouse brain of yours. It's not,
no. Have I been cooked?
We'll bring it up on screen, but it's the meme for the audio listeners of the man digging for diamonds and finally reaching the diamonds and stopping. He's one dig away. And it's, I quit Red Dead Redemption 2. The snow part is so boring. So that one's out to you, my boy. Someone sent me that and said, send this to Carl.
I got cooked alive in the comments of that.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
I've not actually seen the comments, but I had a feeling you might.
No,
what were they saying?
No, do you know what? I don't like to give hate a platform. Some corny motherfucker. Anyways, guys, what's going on? Let's talk. This is actually going to be an interesting podcast because obviously Chip is doing some crazy business. You know what I realized?
Come on!
Oh, please stop, bro.
What is
wrong with you?
I was riding a horse like in Red Dead Redemption. Or did it look like something else?
No, it did look like that, but there was just no need for it. Look, this podcast can be an interesting one because obviously we got the boys hanging out right here, but we're going to take a literal halftime break and come back to you in a week.
I missed it.
It's gone down the wrong way.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I felt that brewing.
Oh, no. When you take it and it goes down a shit vibe.
What?
My cough's gone.
What the hell, Chip?
God, producer with half a Columbia up his fucking nose.
We actually need to talk about Steve Bracknell, by the way. That guy is an absolute legend.
I love his clips, man.
We need to get him on the podcast.
Now I know why everybody was like, sack Cal and Chip off, get Steve Bracknell in.
Yeah, on the...
He's very funny.
Yeah, honestly, it's absolutely unreal. Really excited for this week because we've actually got the Sidemen charity match, and you guys might have clicked on this episode because of the title about the Sidemen charity match. But the cool thing that we decided to do about this one was we're filming half the podcast now, and then we're literally going to do half the podcast next week.
Yeah.
So that, and what I was thinking is we could do predictions now, and then by the end of this podcast, we'll have the answer to our predictions.
Yeah, so later in the episode, we'll just be switching over and it'll be like Monday for us, which is 2 days after.
Yeah.
Oh, this has got me excited, man.
But the first thing I want to say is all the best.
All the best, brother. I'll be shaking your hand.
I'm excited.
I was going to kiss it, but it might.
So you are the YouTube All-Stars manager.
Yeah.
I'm the Sidemen manager.
Yes.
And who do you think in your team is going to put up the most, who's going to be the highest goal scorer?
Question. Who... Right, so I don't know the teams, you know them.
Okay,
so it feels like a disadvantage, bro.
I'm gonna
send me my team right now so I can say some thoughts on my team.
All right, Chip, so you've got the team in front of you now.
I got the
now,
team in front of me.
there's obviously, of course, it's subject to change. A few things might switch up, but these are the teams that we have now. Who is going to be your top goal scorer?
Oh, it's really hard to say looking at it because I've got a strong lineup, if I'm completely honest with you.
It's really, by the way, your team... I feel like I say this almost every year. I always compliment the other team, but you've got Theo Baker, Chris MD, Ginge, Max Fosh, who is actually pretty decent as well.
Yep. He's my rock at the back. He's put on a lot of weight as well, which I needed.
Danny and Will Ennie on the bench.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the thing. Willany is going to be, I want to shout out Willany. He's going to be my little workhorse, my little piggy out on the pitch because,
He's been training as well. He's been running a lot.
Ever since he became, severely single, he's really put a graft in. He's ran over 100K.
Yep.
Anything to keep his mind off it. So he might get 90 minutes for me.
Yeah. I mean, look, put it this way. If his ex is in the crowd, he's gonna put out a 9.0 performance.
Hell
bro.
yeah, man. Will's going to be my dark horse of my team. Theo Baker, I think, will be my top scorer.
If he doesn't get injured, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, you know what?
I fucking hope he doesn't.
Now I've said that, it doesn't make sense because obviously I'm planning to take Theo off within the first 5.
Oh, I can't wait for this because this is something that you've been planning, right? And people will watch this and then they're going to be like, oh, he actually did
that's a natural managerial instinct inside me is just to keep his legs fresh. I want to keep him fresh for the next game, so I'm probably not going to give him much game time. I know Wembley's a big, it's a big...
occasion.
It's a big occasion. It's a big day, but there's going to be other games. We've got another game next year, probably at the Ibrox, so he'll probably want to be fresh for that. So probably going to see a lot of him on the bench.
Chris MD, that's a big player for you.
That is a massive player for me. A very big player. But let me just tell you one thing about Chris MD. He's said no to quite a lot of my invites to shoots recently. So he might find himself on the bench for a lot longer than he anticipated. Especially when I've got, someone like Stable Ronaldo waiting in the wings.
Yeah, premium player.
It's in the name. I'm really
mentally stable, moves like Ronaldo.
100%. I've got a lot of players with a lot of weight behind them on this team, and I really want. That's what it's going to be, a very physical match.
Yeah. Who are you referring to when you say weight behind them?
Just near enough all of them.
There's a few that stand out here when you say that.
When I've got Stable Ronaldo and Deji running at those players, you'll hear them coming, but you'll also feel them coming. You know what I mean?
Big lad, Stable Ronaldo.
No, he's tiny.
Nah, I don't think he actually is. I just anything for a fat joke,
Yeah, fine.
I'm actually really excited to meet Stable Ronaldo. He was in the Fortnite community when I was. It was a bit bigger deal than I was, but it's like nice. It's like coming full circle. I'm gonna be like, "Yo, do you remember?" He's gonna be like, "No."
Are you worried about your pre-match talk?
I'm actually not worried about it. I've realized, like, comedy, right, in this world, all you got to do in the UK is just call someone like overweight and the whole room gets going. So I was a little bit
So yeah, let me know how that lands with Phantom. I'll be curious.
Why? What makes you say that? Out of just curiosity. Why have you brought that name into the mixer when?
Well, I had to. It was a random choice out of your whole team.
No, you just picked that name out of nowhere. That's my left back, and yeah, it's like Luke Shaw for me.
Why is he like Luke Shaw?
That's insane.
How is that insane? Luke Shaw is a professional footballer. England's starting left back when he's fit, which is not often. But
all right, let's talk about my team now before we get ourselves completely ruined here. I've got Logan Paul control in the middle. I wanted a physical game, and I feel like I got to put my most physical player in the middle.
I like that. I love how Logan's starting in front of JJ. He's going to get fucked from behind again.
Yeah, that's look, I don't want JJ to start this game. I've got Mark Rober on my team. Is he any good?
Well, I don't know.
Shit.
Rober to you, Stanley. Oh.
Stanley, do you know?
Tough listen and watch. I'm actually really enjoying this. By the way, I just want to say a special shout out to my goalkeeper Sketch, because that man can handle some balls.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right, for sure. He's going to be all over them balls.
You ping it in some free kicks from 40 yards and he sat there with his fucking mouth wide open. And I will be excited.
All right. Well, look, Chip, give me a score prediction right now for this game, because obviously we're going to talk about it now. We'll talk about some other Goodfellas stuff, and then we're obviously going to come back to it in a bit. So tell me, give me a score prediction. I'm going to
create a win-win situation for myself here and say that we lose 5-0. Because then if I go and win, I've won. Yeah. If I lose, I'll come back to this moment and say, look,
I called it.
I called that shit.
Yeah.
No, for real though, I'm going to call a couple of things. Theo Baker hat trick, Sketch hat trick of own goals. Yeah, you know what? Maybe this is the year. I will say it. Speed offside goal.
Offside. No, I think Speed scores. That's my prediction. I believe Speed will score an actual goal.
I want to be the manager to bring that out of him, and I truly will. I've got something in my locker.
Okay,
it doesn't involve giving any refs any money.
Okay, good man, good man.
Because I wouldn't do that. You won't see me do that on the broadcast.
I'm gonna go with penalties. I think it goes all the way to pens, because it will be the first time in like YouTube history, and I just think the teams are evenly matched. We could see pens here.
If it's like 8-7, like 90th minute, should we just agree to like tell one of the boys, let's fucking let one in? Because I'd love a penalty shootout.
I would love it. No, but we can't do that, bro. We have to let nature take its course. And if I'm winning, you're going to struggle to convince me to get this to go to pens.
Yeah, that's
because I'm a winner at
You
heart.
ain't going to be winning though. Actually, you know what? You've got a great team. Like Ethan has got the most experience on this pitch.
He's the most improved player on that pitch.
He's an engine. He's a workhorse. I'm actually looking to injure a couple of your guys.
And how are you going to do that?
Well, I've told Will, or I'm going to tell Will, to break a couple legs like he did to the fucking robot thing last year.
Oh, yeah. No, he did injure the robot, didn't he?
Also, I've got Danny.
That's what we call an enforcer.
Yeah.
Somebody that's going to enforce some serious pain on some of my players.
Yeah.
So I'll be sure to let them know to keep an eye out for him.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been away a little bit. You've been away.
Where were you? Where was I?
Manchester.
Oh yeah, but that's just
Standard Manny talk. Anyways, we were both away, and it was an all right little trip, to be fair.
It was good.
Actually, on the way back, I had a bit of a stinker. I thought I was being big brain here.
Yep.
And I got a cab all the way back. Yeah, I wanted to chill out for a minute, get in the cab, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought it'd be quicker at that time of day. Turns out that you got the train.
Nope. Rookie. That's what you are. Amateur hour. I got the train. So I was back in record times.
Yeah.
I was home having a candlelit dinner. I had Xbox on.
I'm not gonna lie.
Everything.
It genuinely took me double the time to get home because I was stuck in
That's
London
because you
traffic.
took a cab. Whereas me, a cultured man, a man understanding of science and physics, I took the train. But let me help you out here anyway. Today's sponsor is TrainPal.
Right.
That's what I used. And with TrainPal, you can get £200 worth of TrainPal vouchers. I'm actually doing you a solid here.
Yeah.
So not only are you going to be getting from A to B quicker, you can get £200 worth of vouchers with TrainPal.
All right, well, that's all well and good saying that I can do that, but you're going to at least let me know how I can get my £200, or up to at least.
Yes. Look, with TrainPal, you can get the cheapest UK and Euro train tickets available, and you can split the costs, and there are no booking fees.
Huh.
All right, look, they got something great on. Lucky Bottle campaign.
I'm listening.
Which you can get involved in, and you can win. This is how you can win a £200 TrainPal voucher. So first of all you need to do, really simple, is head over to promo codes on the app and type in the promo code LUCKY77. Once you've done that, you're going to reach this menu. Well, my boy, you better check that phone because I just sent you a bottle.
All right. So what? I've got a chance, do I?
Yeah, chance to win £200 voucher now. You can participate by clicking just to send or collect bottle options in the promotion interface, with additional chances to win by sending a bottle, sharing the promotion with a friend, or finishing a daily task.
I knew it. There was a reason why you wanted me involved, to simply increase your own chances. I hope you're happy, Chip.
Talk to the hand, pal. Well, so now it's time to collect my own bottle.
Let's see what you get.
What we're really here for.
All right, Chip, press the collect bottle. Has it worked?
Wow. Congrats, a promo code has been added to your account. £50.
Oh, that's actually pretty sweet, to be fair.
That's pretty good.
So use the code LUCKY77 or click the link in the description to join the game. A big thank you to TrainPal for sponsoring today's episode.
Talk to me about your cruise with AB.
Oh shit, yeah. I went on the world's worst cruise. They actually sunk one about 10 years ago. And the captain escaped via lifeboat, got 16 years in prison.
Wait, he intentionally sunk it?
No, he sunk it, obviously by being a little bit of a shitter, I think. Just drove it into some rocks. It sunk. 11 people died.
Oh.
Mate, this cruise that I just went on is the 9th largest in the world. These are fucking massive. Like, if this thing goes on its side, like, shit is hitting the fan. So, like, some people died and that he tried to escape. Well, not escape, but he wanted to get in a lifeboat. I think the captain's meant to be the last person off the ship. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well, is that not meant to just be like a bit of like a fairy tale thing?
I don't know.
I will only leave my ship when I know everybody is safe off of this boat.
I think part of it is not legally required to go down with the ship. Not down with the ship, but last on. Look,
Yeah, here you go. Tradition, moral obligations.
This is
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
I
This
actually
is,
think
this
he
is how
got-
I know you watch too many movies, bro.
No, type in because I think he got some of the sentence was for abandonment of the ship.
Yeah, but
You
that's
can't-
because if he's first off, if he's there like, right, that's it.
That's what I mean, though.
Crunch.
Like he got off early. Like he was meant to be on that ship, and he's just thought, "Fuck it, I'll
Right.
get on one of the lifeboats." Can you do?
No, we don't care.
don't know anything
and we
about
don't
the boat.
care. We also just don't care. So,
type in
no,
captain.
I care about the story, but I don't care about him getting off early.
Anyway, well, yeah, fuck it. So I went on this cruise, proper, like. I don't want to say it's dem because it's like good value.
How much you pay?
You'll find out in the video.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
New video coming out. I need the views. My last video was a 10 out of 10. Please watch this one. It'll be a good one. But it's a good cruise. But the problem was the food and the people, how busy it gets in the restaurants. Like, you can't find a place to sit. You can't move. Like, it's fucking hectic
Rammed.
there. You're like, whoa, like this is a little bit crazy. And people just don't give a shit. They're just barging in front of you, extremely rude. Like I'll just be stood in the queue for like a 10, 15 man queue waiting to get my food with my plate.
So it's like a prison
at like the
cafeteria.
buffet, and someone will just walk in front of me like, yo, I'm going here. I'll be like, what? Like, don't you queue?
Bro,
Like,
what nationality are we dealing with here?
No, they
Because
weren't-
this is going to decide how I
yeah, 'cause
respond.
it'll be like Europeans, which I guess the queuing culture is different over there, but they literally just walk in front of me. And
We're Europeans.
what? They weren't British. They weren't English. They were like,
No,
you know,
I'm trying to get to one
Spanish,
nationality.
Italian,
Say it.
Spanish
Say it.
people, Italian.
Say the nationality I want to hear.
What national?
Keep going. What nationality?
French.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew they'd be on the worst rated boat. I knew it. That's what I've been waiting to hear.
Well, there was some French people on there. To be fair, the guy that cut me up in the queue, I think, was French because he went straight for a croissant.
God.
What is the worst nationality?
No, we're not doing that.
What the freak, bro? You take free pay?
Jesus Christ. This pod has gone to absolute tits.
Oh man.
And what else was bad about it? What about the pool?
I
Was
had
it clean?
nothing. Sorry.
I love that one. Good boy. Oh, this has gone nuts. Wait, don't. We'll get copyright.
That one kills me.
The piano one kills me.
What else was bad about the pod? The pod. The pod's good. The cruise.
It's not typically like it wasn't terrible, but like mate, for the value for what I paid, it was roughly around
Come on, bro. It's not
four
gonna make a
figures.
difference. Yeah, wait, and you're telling me that's good value to go on the worst rated cruise?
Yeah, because you get 8 nights on there.
Oh, 8 nights. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
not
but
bad. What are the rooms like? You find bed bugs?
The rooms weren't terrible, but they weren't great. I paid for a 2-bedroom and got 1 bed. AB slept on the couch.
I went for a 10-course dinner and got 5.
Where?
What?
Yeah, no, you've been robbed because my.
That's
terrible,
unreal.
man.
Did you go in the pool?
Oh, mate, the funniest fucking story. It was actually not even that funny. It's just so depressing. They got a Michelin star restaurant on board, so I was like, we've got to try this, right? Because the food's been dreadful. So we go in, we try it. You know, they've got branches sticking out of the wall and shit. Feel like you're in a forest.
Nice.
Really nice service. And it's like 3 set menus, like tasting menu. So there's a lot of seafood, and I'm like, oh, fine, like, fuck it. I'll have like a tuna steak, whatever, some prawns and stuff. But all of the names of the menus were fucked. Like, just, you know,
Foreign?
like, oh, I'll take the Derek menu. Like,
Oh.
just weird names. Like, so I was like, all right, I'll have this menu. And I didn't realize I just ordered the wrong one. And I got a 5-course tasting menu where the main ingredient was plankton. All my
Here's
meals,
an episode of SpongeBob.
all my meals were just green. It was just green slop, beans,
Slop?
green. Like, you know when like you get like a side of mint sauce swirled on your plate on the side to dip your kebab in or some shit. That was just the main. That was the main.
Even eat plankton.
For one of my mains, I had fucking mushy peas. I swear to God,
That was one thing.
It was green peas, plankton peas. For my dessert, I had like green sherbet plankton flavored ice cream with sweet potato. They said sweet potato was the dessert. It was sweet potato puree. I actually didn't have dinner that night because it was too difficult to get food on the boat.
To just order the other one.
No, because I couldn't do that. Once you'd ordered it, you were in. And I just thinking to myself, damn, like I didn't order any of this. And they were like, oh, you ordered the Derek menu, mate.
Bro,
And I
it's
was
a
like,
microscopic thing.
yeah.
You can't eat it.
No,
That's brilliant.
I didn't. I kept going, oh, I'm just going to mush it around so it looks like I've had some.
Yeah, that's a classic tactic.
Kept doing some, throwing some at the walls to get some off the plate. I wasn't doing that.
Wiping it on your socks.
Wiping it under the table. I took both my socks off and filled it up with plankton beans. Sir, why you got no shoes and socks on? Oh, it's just in the kids' pool. Sorry.
Right, mate. For the third time, I'm going to ask you, what were the pools like? Did you get in the pools?
Yeah, the pools were a movie, mate.
Can I be honest?
It was just full of like 8-year-old kids.
What?
Obviously, we avoided those pools at all costs.
Wait, was there an adult-only pool?
No. There was not. So
Can I be honest? And this is a bad stereotype, right? But anytime I think of a cruise, I just think of overweight people.
You would be correct.
Really? Yeah. There
was a lot of overweight people there, but I just think it's different when you're at sea. You know?
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Like it's fair game.
Did you get your runs on the cruise? You said you were going to get the runs on the cruise. Let me hear it.
I actually think I'm locked in so differently, bro.
Were you running?
I go on
treadmill?
like, filming trips and like I'll just be like, I'm fucking running today. I'm waking up and running. I did 18K out there in Barcelona. I got off the fucking boat. First person off the boat.
Really?
I was like, stop this fucking shit.
Fair play, man.
So I got off, got out there. I had to run out of the cruise port, which you're not really meant to do.
Yeah.
People don't walk out the cruise port. It was really difficult to get out of this fucking massive bridge I had to run over. But then I got into the city of Barcelona. I was like cruising along the ocean. It was lovely.
Yeah, the seafront there is good.
Really nice. I've never been to Barcelona. I really liked it.
You knocked out an 18K?
That's not that, a little
Top
18K. Then obviously I did a couple more runs. Did it on the cruise treadmill just while at sea.
Yeah.
It's just what
just
I do.
Getting the work done.
Just getting the work done.
Are you excited? You feeling ready? The
Yeah,
legs
I'm
feeling
just trying out loads of new shoes at the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you warmed to a particular pair?
I got those Asics or A6.
Nova Blast.
Nova Blast 5 and Super Blast 2.
I want to try them.
They're both brilliant. Both really good. Nova Blast for my easier runs. Super Blast for like my long runs and my speed work.
Oh, okay.
And then I just bought a pair of, not the Cloud Boom Strikes. I went with your older ones. Adios Pro 4s.
I haven't tried the Pro 4s yet.
Oh, I thought you had the...
I had the Pro 3s.
That was the one.
Yeah.
But I bought, apparently they're really good.
Yeah.
And because the Alpha Flies give me blisters, I'm going to try these ones as well.
Yeah, sick. Well, that
could be my race day shoe.
Of course, this episode is sponsored by our good friends over at Runner, and we love them because they've actually completely sorted us out when it comes to this marathon training. The London Marathon, which is simply around the corner now. It's getting awfully close, but if you don't know, Runner is a training app, something that helps you get prepared for whether it be an event, maybe you just want to be better at running. This is what Runner does. You sign up, you create a plan. It's a personalized plan, which is really important. One of my favorite things about Runner is the variety of runs. So it's not just, go out there and run 5K today. Go out there and run 15K today. No. They've got loads of different ones. They've got intervals, easy runs, tempo runs, hill sprints, I swear I did.
Mile repeats. Personal favorite of mine that I did the other day. I actually got to say something, by the way. After using this app for now 8 weeks, I think out of apps that I've downloaded over the years, it's probably one of the best apps I've ever used because it's genuinely helped me get way better without having to mess about and Google so many things I don't know about. I can just stick on Runner and be like, hey, I know I'm in good hands here. And I've gotten so much quicker, the longevity, I feel like I can run. You
know what's crazy is you are a real stickler for that plan as well. I've heard people say, do you want to go for a run? You've said no because you're sticking to the plan.
I'm sticking to the plan. You cannot fail if you stick to the plan.
Facts. Well, we'll find out come the London Marathon.
Yeah, hopefully.
And we'll see how that goes. Not only that, but another fantastic thing about Runner is, of course, the community aspect. And that's what me and Chip have been absolutely loving on there. We've obviously got the Jog Fathers, which is our very own community
I just posted my last run in there. So,
were you getting love?
Yeah, I posted it in there. Some people said this is the modern day Kipchoge and stuff like that. I actually replied saying, please don't compliment me like that.
Yeah.
Keep me grounded.
Well, Kipchoge's actually, no doubt, he's in our Jog Father
They're
group.
in the comments talking about that the sub 2 hour marathon might be broken this year. And I
feel that, man. Well, that's the beauty of the Jog Father community is we're all there to uplift, help, get involved and track our progress. Join our Runner community and get 2 weeks free. You hear that, Chip?
I love it.
2 weeks free on the app.
Yeah, that's
And if you're already a member, then you can follow along and get involved. You can still do that. All you need to do is check out the link in the description, guys. And of course, if you're already a Runner member, you can still join our community. All you have to do is check out the link down below and join up, baby.
Hell yeah.
We actually, I did it here. This was actually something. I did that, obviously, 10K winter run. Me and Prod did that.
Yep.
And I was running it with my sister, and she wanted a PB, and her time on her Strava was 56 was her fastest for a 10K.
Yeah.
Or 56 minutes. And so we ran it. Now, the difference between your phone, your watch, and your chip time was insane.
Okay, can you give me an example? Let's start with, so from what my understanding is, the phone will give you a rapid time. Am I correct?
You will be so fast on your phone.
Really?
Yeah. So your phone is telling you the biggest lie. And if you zoom in on Stravas, you can always kind of tell. If you zoom in on someone's Stravas, if they are literally zigzagging their way up a road, they're probably using their phone.
So you did
Also, it doesn't tell you heart rate. That's just the easy way to know.
Right.
Unless someone's turned it off.
Yeah.
So what?
So what that'll do is, anyways, on this 10K run, we ran it in like 55 minutes.
According to Chip.
According to the chip time.
Yep.
We ran it in 53 minutes.
Jesus.
According to my watch.
Ooh.
And 51 minutes according to the phone.
What
a
the fuck?
4-minute difference, almost 10%.
What the fuck?
How insane is that?
Wait, we've got a couple of boys that still use their phones.
This is what I'm saying. The phone, if any of you guys are ever doing challenges with your mates or whatever, this is what I was saying. Even 2-minute difference between your watch and the chip time is still quite a lot across 10K.
Wasn't Chris's sub 20 on the phone?
Yeah, I don't know, but whatever it is, we are not taking no phones. This is what I'm saying. If we're doing times, it's got to be chip times.
Can I just say,
Yeah,
Chip,
that's fair enough.
our watch that we both have, my chip time and watch time were the exact same during the London
Best watching the game.
And that's even more impressive. I will say that the reason why the difference is quite large is because when you run through the city of London, the GPS really does kind of mess up. So I would imagine if you're out in the countryside, it probably is a little bit more accurate. But there's still going to be quite a big difference.
What you do on this phone is you start your activity up and stand in the same spot for 2 minutes so it can lock onto all the satellites. And
it was the same. It's the same here,
yeah.
But obviously, I mean, it could just be a lot better in terms of GPS accuracy. But,
probably the same, to be honest.
But that's just something to keep in mind. That if any of your boys are there like, oh, I ran because I thought earlier I had ran a sub 50 10K and it was in one of my training runs for the marathon.
Yeah, you didn't.
Well, I did do it at 51. I did it in like 49 minutes.
Was it phone?
And then it was phone, yeah. And then I messaged a couple of the boys. I was like, do you reckon that with watch it is still under 50? And they were like, yeah, probably. It'd be close, but probably. Now I'm thinking, no way. Because I got to the end of that and I didn't feel like I'd
Good
gone
little
quick.
test that, though, that you did. I might...
Yeah.
How did you do...
I mean, you could do it as well. You just
pull up Strava?
Do it on here.
Yeah.
Record on Strava. And you don't have a chip, but yeah.
Cool. I might give that a go.
Yeah. And I think you'd be amazed. But that chip time, and this is the other thing, is like that chip time, like you're gonna have to give yourself, especially with the marathon, I would give yourself 5 minutes of potential fuckery. Like if you're trying to go sub 4, I think you need to pace for a 355 or 356.
Wait. Oh, I am trying to do that.
Yeah, just because it will be a bit wrong on your thing. So pace for that.
I think I might just try and my absolute best to stick with the 355. Will there be a 355 pacer, Prod?
There should be.
Or 350?
Well, no, there'll just be a sub 4. There'll be a sub 4. It's a sub. If you follow the pacer's going to be right. If you're following a human, that human's going to get you there in under 4.
Yeah.
It's worth doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just heard of some ones with the sub 4 paces where sometimes they've realised they've gone a little bit slower and in the last bits they've kept up, so they say they're hitting their target, still saying they did it, but because they've gone faster in latter stages when people are fucked.
Yeah.
Instead of spreading out the performance equally or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
They tend to, if they're pacing, stick to an even split. Though.
Yeah. But sometimes it can go wrong. I mean, they're just humans.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But they're very experienced runners.
of course.
And they'll be
You'd like to think at the London Marathon they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably just stick with a pacer or something.
So
takes something off my mind, doesn't it? Don't have to keep looking at my watch.
Yeah. Although I have it so that every kilometer it tells me in my ear what I've done it in.
Oh, do we have that? Because
yeah, you will have that.
You would be able to set it up. I just don't. I don't really like running a race with headphones on.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna use
No, I need it.
I'm gonna use the shocks for the second half.
Yeah, I did for the marathon, but I had them off for most.
Wait, first half you're not wearing them? Anything?
Look, they're really good. I bought them off Prod. They're headphones. You just wrap around your neck, and then when you want, you just loop them over your ears, and the bone conducting ones. So we don't have anything in your ear.
No, I know. I've used them. I've used them. Yeah.
Yeah. So because
But you don't want to listen to.
I'm gonna go off
music?
vibes.
Really?
Because when I did the Hackney half, I didn't put them on until like last 7K.
Oh, fair.
Because the vibes and the music and the streets and stuff is way more than enough for me.
Honestly, I reckon you'd be shocked.
I'll put it on when I'm in the fucking K-hole.
In the trenches.
Yeah.
The filthy
Which
trenches.
would be like, what, 30 onwards or something, probably.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you've got, how long till yours? You did like a 30K run or
I
something?
did a 26, yeah. That was, it's a weird one because I'm trying to do them easy. Those ones are specifically when it tells me easy. You almost feel a little bit disheartened at the end because you feel great, but then you're like, towards the end, because you're battered, your heart rate starts creeping up. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's called cardiac drift or something.
Isn't it different when you're in the middle of the block? Like you've not got your taper or anything.
Yeah. But I mean, it's going fine. I mean, it's more just like at the end of those runs, you do feel a bit like, my legs feel a bit fucked. But then also I need to be running like a minute quicker every kilometer, like during the actual.
Well, I did an easy,
which is a lot, isn't it?
But yeah.
I did an easy run the other day. My heart rate was so high, and I was like, wait, it was so much lower the other day. And I was like,
I think
it's just because I was fatigued and shit.
Tired,
not dehydrated.
You should also get the actual heart rate monitor.
I've got it, Chorus one.
Oh, fine, yeah.
The armband
on my arm.
It is good.
It is good.
Yeah, I've been wearing the chest one. It's been good. Also went and made my way over to Qatar, and I am the only person to go to Qatar and experience rain.
Wait, it rained?
I can't believe it, man. I'm so done with. I've traveled twice now to two places that I was certain I would be going there, living it up, sunshine, heat. I went to Saudi not long ago and rocked up there, freezing. I'm wearing layers and layers and coats and everything. Rocked up, furious. Then I've rocked up to Qatar, beautiful gaff, unreal place, a bit of rain. And not only that, I went there, scheduled 2 games of paddle, and I got battered in both games. They are sick at paddle in Qatar.
Really?
Yeah, we had similar ratings. They were just a level above though.
Damn, bro.
I was getting cooked. I love paddle.
Things that you don't like to hear.
People need to jump on the paddle wave. If you're not on that, jump on the paddle wave ASAP because
it does look fun.
It's so good, and it is a game that you can be okay at quickly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's tennis for idiots.
Because you can whack it against the wall, right?
You whack it against the wall. The ball is pretty much always in play.
Yeah.
So once you start to understand what happens when the ball bounces off the glass and where to be, then you're just saying oh sweet, it's such an easy sport to be okay at. Like with a lot of things, when you want to start getting really good, there's loads of stuff that you can get into. But this is what I've been saying to loads of people: just go out there and play. It's such a sick game, and also it's a really social game. There's 4 people every single time, and what you do is there's apps where let's say me and Harry want to play, then we'll go on the app, us 2 will put there, and you leave the other 2 slots open and people will join, and you have your ELO ranking.
That's really cool.
And
it's
so we've just been playing against random people and trying to get our ELO up.
Oh, I love that. I love it when it's got a little numbers.
Gamified, yeah.
Gamified.
And it's funny because as well, we've got Elliot who works in the office. We've been playing with him. And so every Saturday at our paddle place is a pizza party, but you can only go to the pizza party if your rating is 2 or higher.
Oh.
Right? So me and Elliot went out, he was 2.1, right?
Yeah.
We go out to Qatar, lost both times. He couldn't go to this weekend's pizza party.
Oh no.
He was 1.8.
So they just oh yeah, sorry pal, you're fucking bum. You can't.
Well, you just can't sign up to it. Because you're not
free pizza or something.
What's that?
Free pizza.
Well, yeah, but you play paddle, it's pizza and beers or something like that. And it's a community social. And yeah, it was just funny. So he couldn't go. He'd been waiting for ages. He was there finally, I'm over 2. Cool, let's go play in Qatar. Lost both games. Because we lost one, he went under. And then we were like, okay, let's do one more and bring you back up. But we lost again. So he's having to grind his way back up of 2.
Fuck, no wonder.
But yeah, we went over there for some fellow studio stuff, spoke in front of a crowd. I feel like I'm getting better at it. I got another one tomorrow.
How
as well.
many people were there?
It depends. I was on like this on the main stage for one of them, and I don't know about how many people there were, but the stage was huge.
Oh boy,
like massive stage. It was their main stage, and I was just there like, oh my god, feels weird, but I like getting better at it. And I've got another public speaking thing tomorrow that I'm doing.
What's tomorrow's one?
It's just an advertising thing. Look, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here because, well, actually, wait. Pause. The podcast is not wrapping up. We are now gonna put our mics down. We're gonna go and exist for a week. We're gonna go play in the Sidemen charity match, and in about 5 to 10 seconds, you are gonna see us sat back here talking about the Sidemen charity match and how it all went. Chip, I want to say, good luck, brother.
Good luck.
Welcome back. We have landed back from the charity match. It is currently Monday, a couple days after the charity match. My oh my! What a day Saturday was!
What a day! Tastes so sweet.
Why do you sound like you've had a rough weekend?
Do I?
Well,
now?
No, you're better now. You're locked in.
I had a really bad voice yesterday. I sounded like a fucking crackhead.
I realized I was shouting loads on the sideline. I don't think a single person heard me.
No. Yeah, we're shouting at thin air. Absolute thin air. To be fair though, like fourth official one of the officials was annoyed at me at one point.
Oh yeah, but he came up and apologized, no?
No, it was a different thing. It was because I was just shouting like fucking obscenities or whatever.
Oh really? Yeah. What, so he came over to you and told you relax?
He looked at me with the look and I was like, oh mate, no, it's part of the character.
It's part of the character.
It's part of the day.
Anyways, look, Chip, I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
On a victory.
Thank you. I want to congratulate you as well for turning up.
Thank you, bro.
That's enough. That's what counts.
That is what counts.
Hey, let me tell you one thing. You're undefeated in 90.
I am undefeated in 90. That was your stat before.
Exactly. So now I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you, bro. I am undefeated in 90 minutes at Wembley. It's a pretty sweet title to walk away.
You actually nearly took it as well. Like you were winning.
Bro, no, I scored. My team scored.
Yeah.
89th minute winner.
Yeah. And then I made 3 subs and told him hoof it to Theo.
Give it Theo.
Just a tactical.
That was the tactic the whole day.
Yeah. Give it to Theo and just pray, boys.
Mate.
Hoof it up.
It was.
To be fair, the long balls from the back were working a gem.
Obviously. Obviously they were going to work.
Bringing them up.
Yeah, you know what? I saw quite a few people giving me stick for my subs.
But you had to do it like that. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. So first of all, I think we need to explain a little bit about we can get like stuck into the day and everything like that, but actually how the subs thing work, because
you have to.
What you don't realize is so you got to give everybody game time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not joking. There's people over there that had flown family out from like Australia and stuff like that to come over here. It's so deep if you don't give them like a decent bit of play time.
Oh, 100%,
so and everyone's there like, you want your team, like we both wanted our teams to win.
Yep.
You're trying to put your best team out there, but also you're trying to get enough game time for everyone. That for me was really stressful.
It was the most difficult thing to do because at just some point you have to sub off your best players.
Yeah.
And it's like trying to keep the balance there. And, you know, most of the players are not good. And then you got people hounding you like, why the fuck have you taken Ginger off? I've got to take him off at some point.
Yeah, you don't really want anybody to play a full 90. And I think besides my keeper, I don't think anybody in my team played a full 90.
Mine did, but it was speed.
Yeah. I mean, you got to protect your odd line.
I was going to take him off in the 80th minute. I was like, I feel like it's just probably not the move.
Yeah.
and he wasn't exactly tired. So I was like, fuck it. Just
let him stay on. Yeah.
It's not like he's a bad player either. He's all right.
I mean, in your changing room, you had a lot bigger egos. Not necessarily like, but you just had big ass. You had Mr. Beast and Speed.
Yeah, Mr. Beast, Speed, Kai Sinat was super chill. So
yeah, I never got a chance to speak to Kai Sinat.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. I didn't speak to him too much, but just, you know, he was like nice, like just chilling out, relaxing. I don't think he was streaming.
No.
He wasn't doing an IRL stream or anything. He just seemed chill.
Yeah. He's
quite funny, like just starting about.
How did you find in the dressing room? Because you know Speed, when he's there, he kind of takes over the show.
Yeah.
And as a manager, you're supposed to be...
It's very much like that. Even on the training day, it's like he's in charge, but it's he's streaming, so you don't want to fuck up his stream and the content he's trying to produce. So it can be difficult to kind of like, because you want to be like, right, I'm running this shit. Here's how the training session goes. Here's how this going. But if he wants to do something else and he's streaming to like 400,000 people, however many he gets, like, oh, fuck, fair enough, mate. Go for it.
Yeah.
What am I going to say? It's not my stream, is it?
My question with Speed Stream, when he's doing it, does he have someone like telling him what to do, or is he kind of like it's his show and
no, he knows
he
knows exactly what he's doing. He's got the guy walking around with like the 30k setup, the backpack, FX6 or whatever the fuck they're using.
Mate, he's got. I was told that his backpack costs like 30 grand, and it's all just a bunch of like modems. I was speaking to that Stable Ronaldo.
So
he was telling me
like an amazing connection.
So he gets amazing connection wherever he goes, and as soone as one isn't amazing, it auto connects to the next best thing.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's like a really serious bit of kit.
There's like Ron and Jinxie, they all using the same thing?
Nah, they have slightly different setups. I saw a lot of them just kind of had their phone on like a tripod.
I think Jason had. Well, one of them had something similar, but maybe not to the same level of speed. And then Ginge is just using his phone.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something about the American players, because I was so pleasantly surprised.
The fucking class, aren't
mate. I got along so well with the Ween.
Yeah, he's a good
Jason the Ween. Fucking top boy.
That group just in particular was my favorite group of
Jinxie.
The game.
Sound as fuck. I could not believe. Yeah, he jumped on his stories. I followed him once I met him, and on his story he was there like, England, like, I love you. This is my first time I've ever left the US. I was like, wait, hold on. Like, you are a multimillionaire, famous ass streamer, and you've never left the US. That seems so wild to me. And then for him to come to the UK, and he appeared to really like it, was really nice. And he was such a sweet guy. And he was actually, out of all the Americans, maybe the best baller.
Yeah, he was the best.
On your team,
At the American. Is there a better American?
Well, I had Mark Rober.
Yeah.
And Mark Rober was really actually good. Yeah. He pulled his hammy though, and so I had to drag him. And I felt a little bit bad for that. But he was nicknamed Science in the dressing room, so everyone just called him Science.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he liking that?
I think so. I don't know. He was a lovely bloke as well. Really like chill.
Nice. I like that you had nicknames for everyone, like Science, Let's Pray.
Yeah, Let's Pray was XQC. I just put him down.
I didn't understand. I saw so many comments like calling him Let's Pray, and I was like, why are people calling that? And then I saw you did a team lineup picture and you called him Let's Pray.
Because let me tell you, bro, and it turns out I'm just simply not religious enough, or I didn't pray hard enough. Because it just didn't work out.
Now,
is he really religious then?
Who?
XQC?
No, I would just put on the team sheet. I was there like, just goalkeeper, we need to pray.
Got you.
Yeah. No, but XQC was a lovely guy as well.
He didn't smile much.
No, you know what? I couldn't tell if that was kind of just his vibe or he was like nervous.
I think he wanted to do well, and he might have been a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I chatted to him just briefly after the penalty shootout, and he seemed a little bit disappointed.
He was absolutely gutted. Yeah. And I saw he tweeted out something about his wrist, and you can actually see it when he makes like a double save. You can see him holding onto his wrist afterwards, and I was there like, oh, mate, you should have just told somebody. Like, we could have stuck someone in there.
I thought you were going to go and goal.
Nah, well, JJ would have gone in.
That's what all the comms were saying.
What the comments?
Spence was like, Cal needs to get in goal now.
Oh, really? Yeah, but he just warriored on. Funny. That would have been funny.
Yeah, he got injured at XQC, didn't he? The medics came over and stuff.
Yeah. And that's when I thought, I was there like, JJ, you put the gloves on, because he'd actually done it previously as well.
That actually might have worked out for you, to be fair.
It would have been good.
Bad, is he?
You got to respect a little bit of my like, while I didn't win it from a managerial standpoint, I thought I'd managed the perfect winning goal. I slapped George. I moved George into midfield for Manny.
Yep.
And he's gone and tapped in the winner.
Yeah.
Albeit Ginger kind of fluffed it.
Fucking hell, yeah. I'm glad that George got it, first of all, because George gets to score at Wembley. But second of all, I would have felt so fucking bad for Ginge.
And not only that, but imagine if one
of my best players.
Imagine if Theo didn't go down the other end and scored. Ginge is mess up would have been the reason for him losing at Wembley.
Yeah.
That would have been a stinker.
That would have been scary. Fuck.
It was straight after he made that absolute hero tackle as well.
Yeah.
Really?
He literally went from fucking hero to zero.
Oh my God.
He was so good. I didn't realize how fucking good he was. Like, when I had him at starting with Foch, And I was like, wait, these guys, like,
They're
I
actually
don't
okay.
move this off, Sidemen are going to get fucking drilled.
Yeah.
Because it was like 3-1 at one point.
4-2.
Yeah.
Well, people were always asking. I got a lot of people afterwards, like, oh, do you, like, because it obviously ended 9-9 and went to pens. Like, that is an unbelievable game. Loads of people went to me and they were like, yo, do you guys like fix this? Do you do
I
that?
had
Like,
the same.
no.
Nah.
Like, let me tell you something about this. You cannot fix football at this level.
No.
There are too many mistakes and crazy shit. One thing I will say is we obviously didn't want a blowout. Nobody wants to see a blowout. So at any point, if it were to have gone 5-1, 6-1, then you're going to drag some of your good players off to at least make it competitive. But this entire game was really competitive. And I think that is also because, like we said, we want to give everybody minutes.
Yeah.
And that means that you, at some point, your good players are going to have to come off.
Yeah, 100%. And at like the 70th minute, 80th minute, we were like, fuck it, now it's time to win the game.
You literally turned to me and you said,
best 11.
It's just best 11, let's go, let's run it. And I was there like, oh shit. Like, oh my God. And I was looking out, I was there like, yeah, I think I've got my strongest 11 here.
Yeah, like there was people asking me to go on, like people who'd flown very far near the end, like, yo, can I go on and get some minutes? I was like, no. No.
It is difficult though.
You played 45 anyway, so like, you know, I've tried my best. Nobody can play an even amount of minutes.
Yeah.
And you know, you're still at the same time trying to get goals. So you do need good players on the pitch, otherwise you're not going to even get goals. So it's very difficult to balance it out.
Can I just take my hat off to you, Chip?
What?
One of the biggest tactical masterclasses of the whole game.
What?
You whacking Ginge up top.
And in bagging.
Unbelievable.
You know why I did that as well? It was because I didn't want to take Ginge off the pitch because I knew we'd be fucked. So the plan was put Ginge up top, and the second you lot started bagging loads, just switch him straight back to defence and you wouldn't have to do the sub.
Oh yeah.
Because the subs were taking fucking ages.
But the problem is, Ginge was, guys, I had an issue, which was everybody wants to play striker. Right? And so I'd be there like, oh mate, like you're gonna go on at left back here. They'd be like, no, I'm not very good there. And I'm there like, can I be perfectly honest with you? You ain't good fucking anywhere. All right? So get your ass to fucking left back and start making some tackles. And then I'd put them on, they'd be playing left wing.
Oh my God, I had the same thing, man. No, I put one of the lads on at right back and he was playing striker. And everybody coming over to me and saying, why is he up front? I was like, he's not meant to be.
Yeah, and it's one of those, and like it is for chatting, so I'm just there like, fuck it. Like have a laugh, like enjoy your day.
Have a fun time.
Yeah, and that was
Shootout was difficult because everybody wanted to take a pen.
Yeah, same.
Everybody. Like, it felt really bad. Like I told the carry lad, I said, oh, like, look, you can have the fourth pen. And then I had to move it around a little bit and I was like, right, I chose someone else. He comes over to me, he's like, nah, I'm having the fourth pen. I was like,
nah.
You can't, mate.
You can't.
Because I do want to win this here.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to balance it. I put Deji first, so I didn't exactly start with a great player. Speed was fuming with that.
Really?
He was like, we got to match their energy, man, because they got Minister going on. But he was actually angry. I was like, mate, fuck, like, what can I do? Like, Deji really wants to take one.
Yeah.
I didn't let him play striker all game. He was asking all game. And he scored, to be fair. Fuck.
I put a couple, I mean, obviously I went Simon first. I thought, let me get off to a good start. Let me get the banker locked in. And then that didn't work out. But you see when he said, when that didn't go in, I was there like, I'm not even bothered about that because I know there's going to be hella misses anyways.
Yeah, and there just weren't.
There just wasn't. For me, if we're talking man of the match, bro, we got to bring up fucking Sketch.
Can't believe it.
Man, I couldn't believe it.
You know what's crazier, right? So the day before in training, Sketch, we're having some shots at him and he won't mind me saying this, he was fucking rubbish. He was really bad. To the point where we're all like, oh, okay, maybe we'll give him half in goal and then bring him out, let him play outfield for a little bit and then put Jimmy in for the second half because Jimmy looked okay in training and he wanted to. So we're like, right, that's the plan. We'll get Jimmy a goalkeeper top if we can, and we'll do that. We get there, game day. We're in the dressing room. Sketch is like really sweating, nervous. He's like, it's honestly like, those players where they've got the headphones on and they're locked in, they're zoned in, like a fucking real Prem baller. He was like that, not speaking to anyone, just with the music on, the AirPods on, like just fully locked in. And then he went out and just did Masterclass.
So did you? So did Jimmy, Mr. Beast, come to you and say, "Oh, don't worry, I don't need to be in goal"?
I just it was like kind of the consensus was once we saw Sketch actually doing well, I was like, fuck it, doesn't matter. And Jimmy was playing pretty good in defense.
Yeah, he was actually all right.
You know what? Jimmy actually put in a shift.
Yeah.
Like an actual shift. Like I was putting him at left back and right back, and I had him at centre mid at one point. And in defence, he was putting in a solid shift. He was sprinting, tracking back and everything. I was like, I can't believe this is beautiful.
I heard that Sketch had actually thrown up pre-match.
Oh,
that's what Jinxie said. Sketch went and
potentially
from the anxiety. That's crazy, you know, which makes his story even better.
Yeah.
Because it's like so worked up, so anxious about it. And then to go out there, put on a masterclass, get man of the match, literally save the winning penalty.
Yeah. For somebody that's never ever done this, never gone in goal once, not even just kicking about with your mates, they don't do that over there.
And let me tell you,
time ever.
You lot need to jump on TikTok and watch some of the Sketch edits. They are some of the coldest things I've ever seen.
The moment where he gets handed the Man of the Match award as well, it's unbelievable.
Mate, I was there, like my heart was just like full at that point because, you know, you can see him there. He couldn't believe it. I swear he starts crying.
Maybe.
Or at one point he had tears in his eyes because I seen him coming over wiping his tears out of his eyes.
Well, he was so sweaty I couldn't even tell. Like,
Maybe it was sweat actually.
He gets super sweaty.
So you had I mean, Sketch for me was deserved man of the match, and I was thinking about this for all the American guys. I need to apologize to the Ween, by the way.
Why?
The whole time Jason was like to me, "Oh, can I get?" Like, coach, can I get some game time? Like, how much game time am I getting? Like, and I was there like, bro, let me get you a little nice, like 15, 20, you know? And he said, nah, coach, bro, you need to give me more than that. Like, on his live stream, I'm just like bantering him back and forth, da-da-da-da-da. And it came to it, bro.
What did you give him?
I don't know. If somebody could go on the stream, find out the amount of game time I give him.
Yeah.
It wasn't much though, but it was because he came on. I seen him do one kick, yeah, and he literally booted it out for a throw in, but like it wasn't. Throw in was the hardest place for it to go.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I just said, I got to drag it.
Fair enough.
And I felt so bad. So Jason, like, you were one of my favorite guys I met the entire weekend, but I owe you an apology. And then the worst thing is, bro, and this is where I really started to feel bad about it, was I jumped on Twitter. Hella accounts cooking him saying, where's Jason? Where's Jason? Like they were like 0 passes, 0 minutes, ghosted. Like just like the stats were insane. And I was just there like, oh, I feel so fucking bad.
The clip accounts of him and Ron are so funny.
They're so good.
Have you seen the Ron like compilation?
No.
It's a dream watch. It's the best clip ever, man. He's just waddling about, but it's so funny.
It was
good lad.
Unreal. Let me tell you about my favorite, and I actually think this was my favorite moment. It came really early, or it's up there.
Yeah.
Joella Logan Paul celebration.
Oh wow, yeah.
The suplex.
That was so good,
bro. What? I had no idea that was even a thing.
Goal as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it was a first goal.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to get mugged at Wembley, yeah. This is going to be a bad day for me. I was conceded first 5 minutes and it's a suplex. I was like, oh, shit.
What a moment. And then I think JJ and a couple of the other boys were like the referee doing the count. Yeah. And it was just such a clippable moment. And I went on, Logan Paul had as a second Instagram account and he posted like the POV because he was wearing a GoPro. He posted his like POV of it. And I was like, oh, man, this is so cool.
Logan Paul goal as well. A fucking nice little header from him.
He was actually all right.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I dragged him. He didn't play. He probably played about 45 minutes total, but it was mainly because he also didn't want to get injured. Obviously, like I remember asking on the sideline, or somebody had asked him, like, "Do the WWE know that you're like doing this?" He was there like, no. I was like, oh, well, they do now, at least. So I don't know if he was supposed to even play in it, but he got his goal. As soon as he got his goal, I just dragged him. Yeah. Same with Josh Zerkaa. I was there you got your goal, bro.
You guys have got your moment now.
Because one of the reasons why I felt like we weren't getting many goals early doors and why we were getting packed in by you lot off the bat.
Trying to get
They were forcing the Josh goal for so long.
Yep.
And I was there, especially, you got your like, Toby and Simon, and by the way, this isn't me digging them out or anything because the instruction was
Josh goal,
like that was it. But then there was times I'm there like, nah, we're losing here. You need to get a shot on target.
Yeah, Yeah, I think that he wanted to get it as well before the speed goal.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way, get a proper celebration, and then Speed can get his later on. That's why Jimmy took the first pen.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I'm going to give the first pen to Jimmy. Because it's still a cool moment if Mr. B scores in the game.
And he got saved.
I got saved, yeah.
XQC. And that's why when the pens came round, I was there like, we've got a keeper that saved a pen.
Yeah, so he might be confident. And I was like, look, if there's a pen in the second half, you can take it. But I wanted Speed to score naturally.
Open goal.
I mean,
open play.
Had plenty of chances. He should have scored.
But he should have had about 5.
Yeah, he should have had a lot of goals. But wasn't meant to be. But he got a pen.
Yeah, that was decent. And then the moment where, when Josh scored, to be fair, we both ran on there. Oh, let me tell you about my outfit quickly, right? So like, I've safety pinned, like it's massive. To anybody that doesn't know, the outfit I nicked was from Radio Rufus set.
Yeah.
So it's his outfit. The trousers, and I don't think he ever wears these trousers because they're too big.
Are they Aiden's maybe?
No, they're not even Aiden's. They wouldn't have fit. They would honestly, mate. They were. You could have fit 2 of me inside of these things.
Fuck.
They were huge. And if you look closely at the pictures and you look around my waist, you can see I've folded them over loads of times, and there's a massive safety pin. And I had to have cameraman Sam meet me in Wembley with like a handful of safety pins. So I'm safety pinned the whole way round. And so when Josh scores and you and me are like running over to celebrate, I'm running like this. Like I'm holding on, because if I don't hold on to these, they're going to fall down around my ankle.
Seeing that as well. When I was running on, I thought my whole team was running with me, and I just realised it was your team and the other team's manager.
It was a sick moment though.
Yeah, it was very, very good. Final member to score, wasn't it?
Final member to score, and then you obviously had the speed goal. I'll be honest, I'm with you in the sense that I'd have loved it to have been from open play.
Yeah, that was the one.
Same with Josh's.
That was the main goal, to win and to get open play speed goal.
Yeah.
For me, and it was so. There was one moment where it was just fucking literally 1-on-1, the perfect opportunity, and it just goes wide like quite a bit. I was like, nah, it's not gonna happen, is it?
Yeah.
That was so good.
An open play speed, but the noise that came after that speed goal was
crazy,
mental. That Sue was
nuts.
Elite level suing.
And the backflips he was doing, man, reminds me of Nanny back in the day.
Now we'll put it up on the the best one, the photo that I put on my story. Sorry,
it's the penalty shootout one.
Yeah, that's the penalty shootout one where he bags the winner
and everyone's running.
Oh my god, everyone's running, and he's just mid. It looks like he's like levitating in the air. I remember I just seeing that, and I was like, bro, I got to learn to backflip. Because that is the sickest thing ever.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. What were the vibes like? I mean, you're in the changing room after you won. What was that like in there? The vibes must have been premium.
Yeah, it was buzzing, cracking a couple brewskis open, passing the trophy around.
Smoking the pack. I saw you got the cigars out.
We got a couple of cigars delivered. I lost them. Apparently they cost 500 quid as well. And I just was like, wait, you didn't tell me that before, because I've just left them somewhere.
Oh no.
I've left my boots somewhere as well. I kept doing that and I don't know where they are and I want to get them.
What, your football boots? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
Bit of history, that.
My plan was, and I don't know, I don't think they mentioned this much, or I don't know if anyone even knew about it. My plan was to go and play. So I wanted to get, to get 5 minutes.
If you were going to do that, I was going to do it at the same time as you.
Yeah.
But at least this is why I think it didn't happen, is because it started getting so close and intense at the end. I was like, I don't care now.
Exactly.
I want to win from this standpoint, so let's just try and win.
Yeah, I didn't want to make like the last bit like about me.
And you go on and you're the reason you concede.
Or just, and I know that's like funny content, but I was there, and really, this might sound so stupid, but genuinely, being a manager is fucking stressful. Like all the substitutions and everything like that.
Trying to get,
it's actually difficult. So fair play to your Mark Goldbridges, your Billy Wingroves. Like credit to the people before us, because it's actually stressful.
That is a sick job.
But I really wanted to come on. In my briefcase, I had my boots and a t-shirt. So I had
had it ready.
I had it ready, and the whole thing that I was going to do was to pop open the briefcase, whack on the shoes.
That would have been such a cool moment.
Whack on the shoes, take my blazer off, and just put the jersey, the shirt on top of my shirt.
You should have done probably maybe around 50 minutes then, because then it's like, give yourself 5-10. and then it's not too much about you, is it?
Yeah,
because you're not taking away the final moments from anyone or anything.
True. But in my head, I knew what it was. I wanted 88th minute.
Yeah.
No, sorry, 85th minute. I was gonna whack myself on and do a bit where like I was gonna, because they asked us, like production had said, like, if you're gonna do anything, just give us a little nudge. I was gonna give them the nudge and then pop open the briefcase, because there's actually a clip where Logan Paul's trying to get into my briefcase, but he can't.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is so good. Like Logan Paul's trying to get into my briefcase, and then on the 85th minute, I pop it open, whack on the shoes, whack on the top, get onto the pitch, and even if I don't do anything, it's still funny. But I ended up just getting so stressed. I was there like, nah, I'm not gonna go on, which is a bit of a shame. But at the same time, fuck it.
Still amazing,
but that's the thing. Like, had I done that, it wouldn't have gone to pens, butterfly effect, and all that.
Yeah, it was the perfect day. Like the perfect day. We didn't aim for pens or anything like that. We just aimed for a high goal game.
Yeah,
we got the highest. Like,
mate, 18 goals. Could you just do 18 divided by 9? Is that a goal every 5 minutes?
Wait,
yeah, 2 goals every 10. So yeah.
A goal every 5 minutes is what that works.
I'm fuming though. My bets were so close to coming in, man.
Ah, mate.
Honestly.
What did you have?
I'll tell you, one sec. So I was one Chris MD goal away from a fiver turning into 55 quid.
Yeah. I think
so you had 2 or more?
I think Chris was...
I had Theo 2 or more, Chris 2 or more, and then obviously, unfortunately, it went to penalties, but I had YouTube All-Stars to win.
Oh.
And then on another one, I had Speed to score, YouTube All-Stars to win, and there to be over 13 goals. And that obviously would have come in if you guys had won.
Yeah.
When I pulled Chris off for like in the second half, he wasn't meant to come back on. He was like, I think he was feeling a little bit of his injury.
Well, he has a knee problem, yeah.
He was like, I'm okay for now. That's it. I'll do for me.
Yeah, I mean, he got his free kick goal.
And I was like, oh, there's still like 25 minutes left though. And then when you started packing us in, I was like, you're going on, I don't care.
Yeah.
So
I actually think he had celebration of the day, by the way.
Yeah.
What, Messi?
The Messi
Yeah, I think
no
it was
way.
sick. Cool. I think it was sick.
No. Wait, celebration of the day when we had the Logan Paul Joe Weller suplex.
He was on his own. It's like everyone gave him space. It was fucking cold.
Nah, you can't do that when you've just drilled a free kick down the middle of the goal.
I have not seen the replay pass. So as far as I'm concerned, it was top bins. I missed that goal because the substitutions like fucking in my ear.
Oh, really?
I was trying to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
And I looked up and it was just bagged. I was like, fuck, I missed it.
Mate, there was a moment, and I don't, because I haven't listened to the commentary back, where you only had like 10 people on the pitch at one point, and I had the same thing at one point too.
Mental. So something had happened, right? So I'm making the subs. It changed in the second half, which is why it went so much more smoothly. But in the first half, obviously there's a lot of Americans here and they don't know what they're doing. Not blaming them, but you know, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for them. And my understanding was, for this, it's a charity game. Go over, get your guy, and they tell them you're swapping with them, and then they just come off.
Rolling subs.
Because first of all, it's rolling subs. We can't be doing the board for every fucking player. It's a big moment. A lot of the players won't be constantly looking for the board or whatnot. You know, they don't even know.
Not only that, but you know, we're you know, throughout the entire game, we're probably making like 15 to 20 subs each.
We have to as well, right?
There's not enough time on the board.
Some people need minutes. Anyway, so I'm making the subs. I make about 3 or 4 subs in this, maybe the first go or the second go. And Speed walks over and he's really angry. I'm like, why is this guy like so angry right now? Like, well, I think we might have been winning. I was like, what's going on? And he walks off the pitch and I thought he was just getting water. And then you shout at me like, why have you got fucking 10 players? Where's half your squad? I was like, wait, what? Where are they? I'm looking at the pitch.
Mate, you had 7 players, I swear.
Like, barely any red shirts. I was like, lads, you were meant to go on. And what's happened is the linos weren't letting players go on unless the players coming off had come off. And I was like, oh, they can't hear. The fourth official didn't have comms. So I was like, this is disaster. You're just going to have to let them go and grab the other player. There's 90,000 people here. I can't shout over to the right back.
We tried.
I can't do it. He's not hearing me.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe it's Kai Sinat and he doesn't know the whole.
Well, and then they don't look at the board. Half of them won't even know the number on the back of their shirt.
Exactly. So, but we changed it in the second half and it went so much better.
Way better.
Like it was easier. It was just, lads, go.
You're going on for this person. You're going on for this person. You're going for this. Go and drag your person over.
Go get them. They come back.
Yeah.
Boom. Everyone knows the name. Go get them. That's it. So much easier. But yeah, Speed comes off and I look at the bench and he's just sat on the bench. I was like, mate, you never got subbed.
Yeah.
I never subbed you. You were not planned to be subbed. No, I never mentioned your name. And he's like, you just subbed me, manager. I was like, no, I didn't. I definitely fucking didn't, because the plan was to play you like literally all game. So I think somebody had just said his name.
Yeah.
And
he's come off.
He's just come off.
Yeah.
So that's why he was angry. He was just disappointed because he wanted to continue playing.
I'm so grateful that the second half, you and me were just there like, no, this is the way it's going to have to work.
Yeah, and it worked.
And it was so much better.
Way better, because the first half was really kind of stressing me out a little bit. I was like, this is fucking difficult.
Who for you was the player that surprised you most on your team? Obviously, you got Sketch, but who were you there like, actually, you can kick a bit of ball?
I think it was just the defense was really good.
Yeah.
Ginger's fucking unreal, but we kind of knew he was good already. You know, speed's gotten a little bit better. Like, just since it's hard to say because his physicality is crazy. Like,
mate, his speed is
he literally it is insane how quick he is.
Yeah,
he just knocked the ball and that's it. Nobody will even bother because he really is going to dust anybody. Who else was decent? Got a lucky goal.
Yes.
Yeah. He was like, can I play striker? At one point I was like, mate, just go on, get 5 minutes. And he went and backed.
Yeah. Fair play.
It was counted as an own goal, unfortunately.
Yes, I did see that.
I think some apps have got it as Lachlan.
It is an own goal.
Hits the post onto XQC's head.
Yeah.
It is an own goal.
It is an own goal.
It is an own goal. But it's still a Lachlan goal.
It's still his.
Eyes.
Yeah.
In the game, it's an own goal, but fuck it. Who else was pretty decent? Jinxie obviously was quite good. He, you know what? I think he could have played better, to be honest, because he in training, like in that 5-a-side thing that me and you went to the day before. He's fucking good baller.
Yeah. I like love him to bits, but I think he's a better player than what he showed.
Yeah, if there's another game, he'll probably play a bit better. So the occasion maybe got to him.
Nah,
there's a lot going on.
I'm trying to think. And who was a player that you had?
Oh, and how can I forget Sketch?
You know, I said that without you weren't allowed to say Sketch.
Without Sketch.
Who was a player on my team that you were surprised by?
One last honourable mention. Chunks didn't want to play there, but I had to put him there, right? I put Chunks at left mid because I was like, look, I think you'll be all right. You're technical enough to still be in the middle.
And he always cuts in on his right foot, doesn't he?
You in the midfield, it'll work. Just give it a go. He's like, look, fine, I'll do it. I could tell you know, Chunks is a very nice guy, so he'll just do what you guys, no complaints from him. And he goes there and he comes off the pitch, he's like, Gaffy, you just give me the best game of my life.
Yeah, mate, he was unreal.
He's like, you've unlocked me, it's something new. I might have to go there again. I was like, there you go, man. I don't know what happened, but he was having a good game.
No, because his whole thing, like he has one trademark move and it's just cutting on the right foot and it's just curling it into spaces.
You know he's such a good baller for like, you just don't expect it. You know, big lad, you're thinking, all right, it's not gonna have that technical ability. I mean, just
he does with
every single game. He just pops up with some beauties. Got a goal at Wembley. One of the main things we wanted to happen that we couldn't make happen was to get Nico a goal. That's why Nico got a lot.
He had his opportunity. Let me tell you that in the first 10 minutes, he's missed it.
Mate, he had a lot. Even in the second half, games. You know what? He nearly scored a mental goal. You know, it was. I think he might have chested it or kicked it up and like done a bicycle kick, but it was caught by XQC. But that would have been a moment.
That would have been.
But he scored it. That's why he took one of the penalty shootout.
He did.
Yeah.
Did he? Yeah. Did he bag? Yeah. I don't remember that.
Shootout.
Yeah, I
we didn't miss in the penalty shot, did we?
No, you didn't. No. I was going to say, in terms of our penalty takers, I thought it was actually really even.
Yeah.
We ended up, because you want a mixture of, obviously, like, people want to see their, like, favorite YouTubers, your Theos and Chris's, your Simons, your KSI, like, whatever. But they also want to see some of the new people. And I also, like, for example, the reason why I wanted Mark to take one was he didn't get a goal. So it was also about picking, JJ didn't get a goal. Yep. So it was about picking people that hadn't yet scored yet. But while you still want to be taking this kind of a little bit seriously with your son.
Because I didn't have Deji taking one at first. So I was like, look, man, it's a penalty shootout. They're probably not going to show much mercy here. Like, it's going to be a good lineup from them. And Sam was like, nah, just let him take it. He's not scoring. I was like, okay, I'll let Deji take it. Who's taking? Just tell me you've got one player of equivalent quality taking one. And he goes, yeah, Randy's taking one.
No, but you know what?
Told me to the fucking cleanest, Simon.
To be fair to Simon, I didn't even think Simon knew he was taking one.
Oh,
I just told him, yeah, Simon, you're going to take one first. I had told Simon, I said, look, I want you to take one. And I was there like, will you go fifth?
Yeah.
And he was there like, oh, if I do go, I think I'd want to go first or something like that.
I was pretty open to anybody taking one, really. It's just my main things were making sure Chris, Theo, and Nico were taken.
Yeah.
Did Ginge take one in the end?
Nah, I don't think so.
Ginge was initially on it. I moved him off it for speed because fifth take. Speed.
I mean,
I just
mate, it had to be.
Ginger's already got up and play goal. Like,
You almost missed it as well. It was actually like
it was a terrible penalty, wasn't it? But thank God.
Yeah.
It was a really bad penalty.
It was awful.
Like,
it was so. Imagine he had saved that. Like, what then happened? Who knows? Who knows?
And you know what else I was really worried about? I was like, oh, if JJ misses, we've won. So Speed wouldn't get that moment.
But he had already scored in the game, though.
He'd already scored a penalty in the game.
Also, as well, he would have had that moment because JJ would have missed. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, technically,
Like, he would have won that battle.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have loved if JJ had missed that. But JJ took a good pen. Harry's almost was saved by Sketch. Sketch was genuinely like close to a lot of them.
Wasn't it? You know what it was about Harry's though? He pinged it so fucking hard.
It was a rocket.
Like maybe a little bit less power and it might have not been going in, but yeah, it was.
I feel like with those pens, like you hit them hard enough, like it's just gonna go in.
Yeah.
So I think that
But
was.
then
also
you've got the
the
risk of just fucking skying it.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. What was your favorite moment of the day?
It's difficult to say, really. It really is difficult to say. I can't. I don't think I can pinpoint one specific moment because it was all so good. I'll tell you what was really good. I didn't realize we were gonna, when we were doing trophy and medal presentations, I didn't realize we were gonna go and do it in this
Like how they do it.
so good.
Mate, it looks
walking
so
up the
good.
stairs and like seeing yourself walking up on the big screen. I was like, fuck.
If you know, here's an underrated moment that I really liked, and this sounds so weird and like kind of wet, but I loved the coach journey there.
Yeah, coach journey was sick.
Because everybody's so excited.
Yeah.
Everybody's chatting. The tunes are blaring in there. Everyone's singing Sweet Caroline.
Yeah,
like it was
very
a
good.
fucking movie in there. You guys
very
had
good.
angels. Like there was actually two speaker systems. We had our team at the back.
Battle, wasn't it?
It was, we were going, it was like a culture clash.
Yeah, it was fucking quality though.
Yeah.
We got told to turn it off for copyright.
Oh, really?
Vic was like, it's going to get us copyrighted.
Yeah. Classic Vic. Always got the business brain.
Yeah, always grinding for it.
The Wembley changing rooms, have they had a glow up? Because I've played at Wembley. I've done the Wembley changing rooms before.
They were fucking nice.
They were really nice. I think they've redone them.
It was amazing.
You know what? I
don't
think
know.
they've nabbed the Man City Etihad's layout.
Yeah, that was what it
That's the
felt
layout
like.
they have with the big circle and the kind of like a semicircle sort of vibe.
Yeah.
I think Wembley have copied that maybe.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Man City has spent plenty of time there. They probably made it their home.
How was your team speech? What vibe did you do?
I winged it completely.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I think I did all right. Like, I didn't want to try and do too much.
Yep.
Because, yeah.
You didn't have to.
I didn't have to, but I made a couple jokes. I took the piss out of Calix, and that's because I knew that he could
take it.
Could take that. Took the piss out of him. I had a sly dig at XQC, obviously with the Let's Pray. My main bits were really just going through the starting lineup, kind of just taking the piss. I did a coin flip between Joe Weller and Laser Beam to see who starts.
Oh,
so
that's good.
there was just a bit of fun with that.
Fun with it.
Simon, then at the end, I had everybody huddle in a team circle, and I asked for some final words from our captain, Simon. Simon put in a really good speech as well.
Will we ever see any of this, by the way?
Yeah.
I mean, they filmed the whole thing, so
Okay,
I
cool,
imagine
cool.
it will be out
Someone's
there.
put mine on TikTok somewhere.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, I started seeing it.
It'll be on stream. It'll be on speed stream.
I see.
Yeah.
So mine is out there somewhere. Yeah, for mine, I had to change it a little bit. I was gonna go in with like a
Proper.
plan of my plan was to go in with like comedy style jokes for everyone, like I've done in past games. But I'm glad I didn't do that because at halftime, it was 4-4, right? And everybody in that dressing room really wanted to fucking win, like badly.
Really? Yeah.
Like people were like, "Look, we get battered every year." So I went with the vibe of like shithouse Sunday league manager. I called everyone shit, said the cardio was shit, said if you're not putting in a shift out there, you'll come off at halftime and you won't see the pitch again.
You just locked in.
Like that's the kind of vibe I went for. But I think it works. And you know what? Shout out to Nico Chunks because I was so nervous for mine because there's so many big personalities in there. So they were so like the desire to win was crazy. I was like, damn, it's a charity match, but like Speed was getting so angry when it was 4-4 at half time. He didn't realize that it was 4-4 because, we're giving other people minutes. And he's like, I get that. I was like, kind of don't.
That's kind of his shtick, though.
Yeah, but I'm like, you're off stream now.
Yeah.
So I knew he was angry. He really wanted to win, just winner's mentality, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah.
I mean, look, like, in terms of what does another one happen?
Where though? Where?
So this is it, like, and it's a weird one because this really tied up a lot of loose ends in terms of the charity match lore. You had Josh getting the last one out of all the Sidemen. You had Speed finally scoring, admittedly not from an open goal, but he still scored, and that's what counts.
Yeah.
You had penalties for the first time in a charity match.
Yep. Was that the first time for penalties?
Yes. Yeah. And I think in any like big YouTube, like the Beta Squad one didn't have penalties. Like there was a lot there that didn't happen. It was, of course, at Wembley, 90,000 people. To anybody listening that's not from the UK, it simply does not get bigger than that in terms of venue.
I think now, see, this idea here still doesn't work because the majority of the fan base is UK. Like you could do a World Cup one when the World Cup is on in the States, but then getting all of our fans over there, like,
well, that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. It's expensive as fuck. Yeah, some of them that are wealthy will do that, but for the majority,
you're pricing out a lot of people.
Pricing out a lot of people, which sucks. But at the same time, in the UK, it's been completed. Wembley's done. Like next best would be Old Trafford.
But like, what cool, about for me? I think a potential play is the World Cup next year,
2026.
So. I think
Mexico and
what could be a genuine play is you do something over in the US. You'd have to team up and it would have to be Sidemen FC versus another team. Like, I don't know whether it's like a Mr. Beast. It would have to be someone mega. It won't feel the same though.
It
won't feel the same.
You don't change it. You just do Wembley again. But then you have the point of like, why would we do it again? I feel like potentially this won't happen again.
Yeah. But what you could do, and this is what I mean about the plan, or is maybe you go and you do something on maybe a slightly smaller scale in the US next year to just do something around the World Cup. Could be fun.
Yeah.
And then in a year's time, 2027, it's Wembley again.
It would have been good to do.
But fuck, that's a long time away.
What would be amazing? It would be like a UK versus USA, but they just don't have. They're just not good enough. Like their big stars all not good at football, obviously because they play different sports.
Yeah,
our big stars all are good at football,
and it's this nation's sport.
It would be
well.
so uneven. Like just think of all the top American YouTubers.
What did you lot think of Joey Barton's tweet? Did you see it?
My god!
It's a rage, mate.
Nah, just fair play, mate. How fucking he's furious. I think it's brilliant.
Like,
he's on a wind up.
He's on a wind up.
Because people nibbling to him.
Like, guys,
he's on a wind up.
Nibbling. You got to find it funny.
Oh yeah,
because no one believes a word of what he's saying.
Yeah,
I know.
I see a lot of people on Twitter like there was one fella that just killed me off, man. He goes, if you're skipping going to see your local game at 3 p.m. to go to the Sidemen charity match, you're not a real football fan.
Stanley got stick for skipping Watford.
You got stick for Watford.
It's just one time of the year. Can people just not do something they fancy?
Watford win.
You can't do anything.
They lost.
Fuck's sake! How dare you?
I loved it.
Dare you?
I just thought it was so funny on Twitter. Like these people, they're
get
like,
riled up, don't
who
they,
would go and see that, mate? Why do you care?
Like, why do you get riled up over what someone else is doing? Like you got to lock in on your own shit.
It's just so no. But do you know what it is? Is like when they're tweeting, like they're rattled.
Yeah, of course.
They're annoyed. Yeah. They're like, what the fuck?
Can't believe I fucking dare you have a day out.
Like, I've got to show how much of a football fan I am. I have to hate the Sidemen match.
And you go in, you look at their profile picture, it's them holding up a flag at an away game. Like, what are we doing? Who cares?
Yeah, it's just people are too arsed.
But this is the best thing. Football Twitter is unbelievable. And even football Twitter, they get involved in the charity match. It's such a big day for football Twitter too, which is great because they are such an important part to the day.
They are.
Because they make it so much fun to look at on Twitter. They have so much fun.
They are fans as well. Football Twitter are fans.
Yeah, but they're class. It's a really small select.
Select few.
Of like these lot that just think they're just like some elite level football fan. Like, I don't care.
I'm not watching that.
I'm not watching
It's
that
the home
nonsense.
and away Twitter, isn't it? You know, that sort of bracket.
Not all of them, just some of them.
Just a few. But
Football
anyways,
Twitter.
overall, it was
Shout out to football
so...
Twitter though. They were cracking up some good.
They're
tweets.
the best.
They're like, what phase is Chip in?
Yeah, I see
that
that.
fucking Arteta shit. 'Cause it's like phase 5 Arsenal and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I riled up a few Arsenal fans. Like they were actually taking my tweet seriously.
Oh, well, you were live tweeting.
Yeah, I was tweeting live from the pitch.
I remember looking over to you. Because
You were like, you doom scroll. I was like, nah, bro, I'll put a tweet out.
he's on the side. I'm there like, Chip, are you dead ass fucking doom scrolling?
Big screen.
What? He was doom scrolling on the big screen.
Doom scrolling. I was tweeting like, you know when I put Ginger up front, I was like, fuck it, Ginger up front, like
Yeah.
speed up top, Ginger's gonna partner him. And when it was a pen, the first pen, I was like, it's not a pen. But I will say one thing though, I thought it was gonna be less pressure, less stress.
Me too.
Oh boy, was I fucking wrong.
It was hard to appreciate in the moment because you have pretty much every player looking at you like,
Yeah.
can I get on?
And also, like, a lot of the Americans thinking, like, yo, you actually must have some sauce as a manager. And so they're expecting like some tactics and stuff.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
at
all
this
right,
level,
fair
there's
enough,
no
boys. Like,
tactic.
yeah, it's just 4-4-2, just get out there and fuck it.
Yeah, it is stressful being a manager, and I think you maybe have maybe a bit more time to like appreciate the day as a player. I think, but at the same time, I had so much fun. Just the whole spectacle, like choosing my outfit, like going with that,
Yeah.
and just being there. Like I'm just gonna have so much fun with being a manager. You know, doing the speech. I love like me and Jason were bantering the whole time about like how much playtime they're gonna get.
Yeah.
Going back and forth. Like the whole weekend was just a lot of fun being a manager.
That's fucking quality. Sketch went on a pub crawl last night.
Did he?
Yeah, I saw he did a stream with Lacey and they called it pub hopping. Pub hopping cracked me up.
Mate, I was in my first ever IRL stream.
That was sick, man. You know what? It made me want to do. I've always had an inkling of wanting to do a little IRL stream like that. You know, where it's just yourself. You're doing it. You're just fucking around a little bit. That made me want to do it even more.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
We went to the night before Jinxie, Stable Ronaldo, Jason the Ween,
Binge.
and Ginge. Well, Jason
And
had
then
texted me and said, yo, do you want to come and be on a stream with me? He messaged me like a few weeks before he came over and I was there like, yeah, man, just let me know. And then the night before he was there like, hey, do you want to, we're going to like Watford Power League. And I was there like, right, yeah, you want to go there? Like there'll be loads of fucking fans and shit. Like it's going to be a bit of a mess. But anyways, we went with some security and stuff. It actually turned out to be okay because it was a Power League a little bit outside of Watford. So it was okay. Or on the edges. And I was there like, oh no, like, I don't know what an IRL stream is like. I was a little not nervous or anxious. I was just there like, oh, I hope they don't do like weird shit because I don't really know them and I know about this whole clip farming thing.
Yeah.
And I was just there like, oh, sometimes people do like really weird shit to get a clip, and I'm there like, oh, I'm not really fucking with that. Like,
Yeah.
That's not me.
I understand because I was thinking the same thing, but it was fucking sick.
yeah. And so I said, all right, well, yeah, fuck it, I'll come along. And then I convinced Chip. I was like, Chip, come with me. And then all of a sudden Simon was there. I was like, Simon, you come with. And we got, and then George was there. I was like, George, you come with. And so I just dragged a bunch of the boys to jump on this IRL stream at Power League. And we ended up doing UK versus US five-a-side, but we were only allowed to walk. So we watched, and we just battered them like 3 games in a row. First
it was
to 5.
fucking good. It was a good time.
And it was so fun. And it was cool to see how they work, like with their live stream. I couldn't believe they have like 20,000 people watching them just casually.
Flirting about.
Ginge as well. I didn't realize how big of a streamer Ginge was. Like, I don't really watch streams like that. But Ginger's like a massive streamer.
Yeah.
Man.
I hopped in Ginger's stream last night. He was streaming like his reaction to the thing. It's just chat was fucking flying.
How many people were watching him?
He had about 13,000 when I was in there.
I also didn't. Oh, by the way, can we just say a big thank you to everybody that turned up for our live stream as well, where we were doing like the player drafts and everything. We had over 16,000 people live in here, and for 2 guys that never really live streamed,
Yeah, it was
17 peak.
17k peak, like that was amazing.
Yeah, it was a
Big
good
up
fucking time.
Proddy, and of course Stanley, who was actually on the buttons
I
for
was
that
on Phil.
one.
Stanley jumped in. So
Yeah. So big up Stanley, and we actually had a big crew behind. We had a bunch of the fellas team involved. So that went really well. And then I think people were really surprised when we told them, we had 17,000 people in there, and they were like, oh shit, fair enough.
Yeah. They probably thought we were scrubs. Technically to them, some of them are.
I was thinking about this the other day, you know. I was thinking, I wonder if I wasn't boys with the Sidemen, would I have got an invite to it? Like if I wasn't mates with them, because you know they're so sick that they always bring us along for these incredible moments, and I'm super grateful for that. But I was thinking, like, do I on merit?
I don't think I would have.
And I'm not gonna lie,
from being friends with them.
I don't want this to come across big-headed, but I genuinely think with the last sort of like 6 months that I've had,
videos,
and this podcast alone,
as well.
this podcast alone is in our category. We are the biggest. Like in our category of the space that we operate in, like there is not a bigger YouTube-based podcast. Is there in the UK?
No, I don't think so.
No, obviously.
In terms of numbers, people don't know our audio numbers, but we are absolutely the biggest on audio.
In terms of YouTubers doing a pod, I think it might be. Yeah, I don't know.
In the UK, there's not.
You got Shits and Gigs, but they were podcasters. Not
they
different space though as well.
Different space, kind of.
Slightly different space, but they again, I wouldn't necessarily call them YouTubers.
Yeah,
are you basically saying amongst YouTube fans, your podcast is the biggest?
But I even just think, just straight up, UK, in our, like, the audience that we target and stuff like that, the only other people I would agree are probably Shits and Gigs, but I just don't know if you want to class them as YouTubers.
Yeah, fairs. They've probably become it after.
Yeah, like they were podcasters, I think.
Yeah. So that's fair enough. Maybe, yeah.
So, and then I was there like, okay, I've got that. And then I've also got my YouTube channel, which is doing really well at the minute. I was there like, maybe I deserve to be here on merit as well.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking about that.
I was watching one of your food vids last night, and I was actually saying to Izzy, I was like, it's actually really interesting now how, like, you're going to have such an audience that, like, this is the food guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People come up to me. I'm not joking, bro. People in their 40s come up to me and say like, I'll watch your burger video, bro. That's unreal. And like, they don't really know me.
No.
And I'm there like, oh wow. Like first of all, you haven't called me Mini Mittner. Thank you. Like you haven't called me
a complete new audience. You know what's crazy? You might end up like low key tapping into like a big American audience.
You might get a Netflix show, bro.
Oh, fuck, that would be unreal.
That'd be sick.
I might end up getting a big American audience
because it's so like universal food. Like you can appreciate food.
Should I have a little look now? What percentage of my audience is American?
From anywhere, can't you? I bet a couple of the videos that have banged for you recently must have some good US viewers watching it.
Let me just look. So last 28 day, I got 15% are American.
Last 28 day, that's.
But
I think quite.
So if I go last 365, it should be less.
Yeah, because of your older content.
Yeah, it's down to 11%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a little bit more. Maybe not as much as I would have thought, actually.
Yeah, but 4% of a lot of views is a lot of people, to be fair.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I thought that was good. So, will there, Chip, in your deepest of hearts, do you think they're going to do another charity match?
I think they will explore the option and look at it, because it was just fucking too sick. And it's just such a good thing. Like, surely you'd want to do another one because it's just a good time.
And they've raised over £4.7 million and counting, I think.
There's so many positives that come from it.
Yeah.
There's no negatives from doing another one,
really.
Just
say as well, I think it could potentially become like a kind of Soccer Aid has, where it's like an annual thing, it becomes a thing, but it's just for the online space.
Even if it's not annual, biannual, you know, like every 2 years.
The only thing is, though, this particular one, it just relies so heavily on the Sidemen, because you remember, before anybody was announced, they sold this out with zero announcements.
Yeah.
So, when the Sidemen inevitably slow things down at some point in the future, it's like...
If anything, there could be more like sort of moment on that charity match, because it's like, these guys don't make too many videos together anymore, but they get together for this as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you got to also remember, to shift 90,000 tickets, you got to be at the top of your game.
Yeah,
just straight up. Like, you got to be the biggest thing since sliced bread.
I mean, the 90K was sold out in just a few hours.
No, they did it in the fastest time they possibly could have. Like, the reason why it was a few hours is because it was a queuing system.
Yeah, so you couldn't actually sell out.
What were the ticket prices?
20 odd quid, I think. Or for the cheapest were 20, and I imagine they probably went up from there.
Yeah. But like rich families were like buying boxes and shit, weren't they?
Oh, mate, the boxes were... I was expecting that box bit to be like quite empty, just packed.
Was it?
All the boxes were full.
Brands had boxes as well.
Brands had boxes. I know certain players bought the boxes. They didn't get them for free. I think they paid because you have to pay Wembley for them.
So like Simon for his family buy a box.
Yeah, I think there was things like that. Yeah, people that wanted extra privacy for their
Fair
family,
enough.
which is completely fair. They got the boxes. Yeah, it was mad. It was crazy to see like brands get involved. You know, brands were bringing like talent and influencers to the game.
Yeah.
Like that to me is just stuff that happens for like Drake and Taylor Swift and you know what I mean, like shit like that, and they're like, whoa, that's kind of weird. Like, hey, thank you XYZ brand for the tickets. Like, what?
Yeah. Fucking mental. What a mental day it was. Hope they do it again, and hopefully we'll get the call up again.
Mate, look, put it
Gotta
this
keep
way,
grinding.
Chip. Put it this way, Chip. I need to run it back against you. I've lost you.
You've lost, bro. You need to get it back. You need to get me back.
I need to make sure I keep making videos, staying on my fucking grind so that I can get the call up.
I think they'll be happy with our performance.
I hope so.
I hope we did. A
We
good job,
really
'cause
tried.
They were expecting us to put on a good show.
Yeah.
Think we did.
And we gave everybody good minutes.
Gave everyone good minutes. Made sure it wasn't unbalanced. We didn't try hard it fucking too hard. You know, in the end, fairs. But by the time we started trying, it was already like 8-8.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, and it was just play to the
We'd
death.
already done the most goals.
And I thought I'd bagged the winner.
Yeah.
I celebrated like I just won the
Theo
charity
Baker
match.
for his fucking hat trick in the last minute. You just can never write that man off. No Theo Baker injury.
Yeah, that's probably the most
That was the most
insane
surprising thing.
The zero theory. You know what? Actually, there wasn't an injury.
But besides XQC and Mark Robber, which was semi,
Yeah, I mean, but like, I just took him
wasn't
off. He was
actually
he was good to play. He said,
Yeah.
"I'll keep playing," but he had done his hamstring a bit.
There wasn't anything like bad.
There was no big injury, which is great.
Yeah. There wasn't as many banging goals this year, was there?
No screamers. They kind of went in because of the keepers.
Yeah. Yeah, there was like Toby's one on sketch.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
just
have really gone in.
a couple XQC ones. Oh, we
Yeah.
got to give a shout out to Will Ennie saving it with his head. What a strange bloke. Who does that?
That was such a
Fucking
clip
hell.
farm, man.
Reminds me of that Phil Jones, mate, but it actually was amazing.
Yeah, it was unreal.
Yeah.
It was going in, right?
Didn't he celebrate? I could be wrong here. He celebrated them giving it as a corner, so he could say that he touched it or something like that.
Well, he did touch it.
No, I know he touched it, but like obviously he knew he touched it, but not everyone else knew he touched it at the time.
Right.
They gave us a penalty, didn't they?
No.
Yeah, they gave us a penalty and then they looked at the screen and changed it.
Oh, yes, you're right.
fuck.
You're right. Yeah. By the way, why don't we just do this in Prem games? The ref, I think it was maybe the first penalty where it's a handball or one of them, and they're like, and then Mark Clattenburg just kind of goes,
Was it?
well, let me just watch the replay actually. And he just sat there watching it, and then the whole stadium goes, "Wah!" like that.
And it gets given.
and he's there like, fuck it, swap, given.
Yeah. No, that was classic.
And I was there like, yeah, you get one shot to watch
There
it.
was no VAR, obviously.
Also,
in the
how
game.
quick was that? It took like 5 seconds to change his mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just looked at it, he saw that it hit his thing, and he just...
Guess there's no scrutiny for this, though, so it's just a lot easier, innit?
Yeah, I want to give a massive props to the referee and
Yeah,
team
it's
though.
class.
And Mark Clattenburg
They're all
just gets it.
Yeah.
He understands the charity match. He knows when to bring out a card. He knows to let the game flow a bit. Like if there are a bit of a foul, but it's not too much of a big deal, just let it play.
Yeah.
Because with these charity matches, it can be so stop-start.
Yep.
Just we get it. The quality's dog shit. You're going to have to let some shit slide that wouldn't usually slide. And he's so good at that.
Oh, shit. The Max Foss shredder. It fucked up, didn't it? What happened? Was it wasn't turned on or something?
When he sorry.
He goes through the back of Lux.
Yeah.
Just doesn't get given a yellow or like a foul. And so I can see Max, because he had told me he was going for
do
something.
this.
And I was like, you just don't go through the back of someone here unless you're trying to do something, right? Going through the back of Lux doesn't get cold. I just felt bad for Lux. But I see Max just make a beeline for whoever it was. I forget who he slides for the thingy and just wipes him out. Obviously, Mark Clattenburg pulls out a special yellow card. Now, he had obviously prepared this with Mark previously because he pulls out this tiny little device that I believe he has had custom made.
3D printed or whatever.
Yeah, custom made. And it's not working.
Yeah.
And he's there like, oh no. And I literally, you and me both looked at each other and we were there like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
It was so good.
this was such a great moment as well. Such a great idea. He'd made this mini little shredder to shred the yellow card, but he chucks it on the ground. And he said, once he chucked it on the ground, he could hear it buzzing. like as if it was trying to shred. And so he picks it back up and then he has to run over, grab the card again, like kind of puts it through it, and then it shredded it.
It works out in a weird way. It worked out nicely because it was funny when he started doing it. He was on the big screen and he was going, "This is what it meant to do," and everyone was laughing.
Yeah. And it was such a brilliant idea, but oh man, I feel so bad for him. Like the execution just. It didn't work out for him. But yeah, he had to have a special yellow card made for Mark Clattenburg.
Yeah, because a real one wouldn't shred.
Yeah. They had to be made out of a certain thing in order for it to shred. So he gave that to him. And then when Mark gave him the yellow, obviously doesn't work. And then Max was like, give me another yellow, give me another one. I just need another one. I need to do it so it works. And then he had to having to use a bit of his own ripped up one put in. So... yeah,
fucking
that was
boy, content machine, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a content machine. He's such a fucking legend as well.
Fuck.
Yeah, man. That's it. I feel like we've given a hell of a debrief here, boys.
I don't even know what else there is to talk about. That's it, right?
Yeah,
we haven't missed anything.
We probably not. We definitely have, but yeah. Look, big thank you to the Sidemen for allowing me and Chip to do that.
It was a movie.
It actually was a movie. I'm forever grateful just to be involved in these things because it's weird. Like even now, I feel like I've got a bit of a come down.
I had a massive one. I feel like I've got nothing to look forward to.
Yeah,
it always happens when there's a big life event, but this was so big that it's like, what the fuck do I do now?
Facts.
Like I just feel like now I just want to put out loads of content.
Did it inspire you?
Yeah, because I just like to be involved, and putting out one video every month or month and a half is so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Like just waiting around. I'm just like, I'm just going to want to put out a video more often so I can be involved. And maybe even stream.
Yeah.
That IRL stream made me miss streaming. Even if it's just doing it for fun, fucking around every now and then after work, a few hours.
Yeah.
Pissing about online with the boys or something. And I just finished my setup as well and it's ready for streaming.
Yeah.
And it looks fucking sick. And
it'd be a shame not to use it.
And it can stream for the sim rig as well. Which, a lot of people, fucking no one probably wants to watch that, but still.
Could be fun.
Just putting out more stuff and being in the community more. Because when you're not tweeting, when you're not uploading, you are working in the background, but everybody else ain't seeing that.
Yeah. So they think you're just like not doing shit.
I think you're just gone away for a bit. And you barely post your stories. You don't put out many grid posts.
We've been saying that though for ages, like with the stories.
The thing that keeps us in the community is the pod because it's consistently going out and we're always on TikTok.
Yeah.
But our own stuff, not as much. Well, no, you are, to be fair, you upload way more now with the food stuff.
Yeah.
Which is much better.
Yeah, once every 2 weeks at the minute, which is great.
But it's a ball like with the travel stuff because it's very hard to...
Well, you do big videos.
But I'm starting to, going a little... I think I might genuinely go down the self-shoot route a bit more, like Ryan Train does. Like, I don't need a cameraman in all these places.
Yeah.
I can save money. Ryan Train is the world's biggest travel YouTuber and he shoots his fucking videos on an iPhone.
Does he
I
actually?
wonder this though with Ryan. Does he actually not have someone with him?
No, he doesn't. He does not take people with him. Very rarely.
He has an editor?
On the pennies, he has an editor. He also likes to be in charge of some of the edit himself, I think.
Yeah.
Or at least he used to. He does
edits
have a
his
camera.
second
He does have a camera guy, but I think he's only on certain videos like the Penny series. Stuff where it's kind of needed. So like obviously
camera
like
guy
on
for the
my
Penny series?
road trip videos, obviously still take my cameraman.
He had a thingy for the Penny series?
Yeah, that's
a cameraman?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, shit.
I think I actually remember watching one and he was mentioning that the cameraman was following around because he's like on the bike sometimes and you can see the cameraman filming him.
Right, I'm going to end it with one last question for you, Chip.
Yes.
Who was your favorite person to meet there that you hadn't interacted with before much?
Oh, God, this is too difficult, bro. There's quite a few. I'll go with someone from my team then. It's either... It's either Jinxie or Ron.
Yeah.
Really liked our sides. Really liked Sketch as well, but I didn't get to chat to him as much.
That was the same with me. I wish I
got
got a chance to speak to Sketch more because I only spoke to him really briefly and he was such a lovely bloke, like genuinely such a sweetheart. And I was just like, oh, you're so sound, like fair play to you. And especially because you know all the shit that happened with him.
Yeah.
Like I just thought, oh mate, I'm so glad that didn't just like finish you off pretty much because you're too nice of a guy.
Such a nice guy.
Such a nice bloke. I think for me, I would probably say in the same vein, like Jason the Ween was, me and him got along really well. And I loved, I was sat next to Mark Rober. Yeah. Mark Rober was a class lad too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand why those streamers are massive now.
I get it.
I do get it.
Mate, we could go on for ages here, but they're instantly. They don't. The hustle is insane. There's no fucking around. Every minute is spent for content.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they were there, like, you know, I was knackered at the end of that day when we went to get some food, and they're like, yeah, we're off to stream. Do you want to come? I'm like, fuck, man, I'm knackered here, but I said I'd go, so we'll go.
Yeah.
And then you have, you know, they're live streaming in the changing room. Like, everything is just like, they're on it.
Yeah, they're grafters. They're proper grafters.
And when you're watching this stuff, you know, as a normal person, you just looking at it probably thinking like, oh, like, yeah, they're just live streaming. But these lot, man, it's tiring as fuck to be switched on all the time.
I think we do a good job of it, you know, because to be a streamer, you got to be a fucking waffler. And I like the fact there's not too much post-production. The content is coming live and it's out, and it's what you make of it in the moment, instead of having to go away and spend fucking time making it into something great. It becomes great on the spot, and it's raw and it's natural.
I feel that, bro.
Nobody in the UK does it.
No.
But also, you know,
Maybe for a
people
reason.
in the UK can be a bit miserable and not
Receptive
too
to it.
keen. Yeah, not as, yeah. Like if you're filming on the streets, you're just like, fucking put that
They'll
shit
just,
away.
yeah. Or you just have loads of people come up to you. Like, it's a lot easier to find you here than it is in the middle of fucking Texas or whatever.
That's true. It's a small country.
Yep. All right, man. Look, we're going to wrap it up there, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. We are very grateful to all of our listeners, all of our viewers. You guys are the reason why we get to play and be involved, or maybe not play, but
thank
be
you so much.
involved in these incredible events.
Hell yeah.
So your support really does mean a lot. I hope you guys were at least somewhat mildly entertained by me and Chip's antics throughout the entire event. But until next time,
If there is a next time.
if there is a next time,
Hopefully there is a next time.
we'll
Well,
see
this
you.
podcast, yeah.
Well, of the charity match. But
Until the next charity match, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.